times I read it and go, really? Oh, okay. And
Well,
actually,
I must tell you that I have similar experiences. I mean, I keep track of, Pisces, which is my mine, but I keep track of it and I look at it every day, and it's interesting. It's a lot of times it's like right on.
now that's funny too, because if you know your astrological chart, if you know your rising sign and your moon sign, you can take that and combine it with your sun sign to get a more accurate interpretation.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how do you use it in your practice?
Well, I do a couple of things. I do horary astrology, which is basically very much like divination, asking a question of the tarot cards, such as where my well, I, I was published in the Mountain Astrologer for an article called "Where's Max?" The girlfriend lost her hamster, or the kid's hamster, and using astrology, we found the little guy.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Okay, and then as far as natal astrology, when a client comes in to see me, basically what the horoscope, the astrological chart is a snapshot of the sky, the time when people were born. And what we're interpreting when we're looking at the chart, we're looking at the placement of the planets today and comparing them to where they were when that person was born. And we look at the interrelationship between them. And then what that gives you is a synopsis of what's going to be going on in that person's life. I'm not sure if many of the people that you know what an astrological chart looks like, but
Yeah. Well, I
if
do,
I
but I'm sure a lot of people on the network do also.
okay,
Right.
just
Right.
for
I've
those
seen
who
them.
don't know,
Yeah.
so it's the interpretation. Now, the thing about astrology is it's it's not okay. Science is used to figure out where the planets are going to be at any given point in time. However, the interpretation of the chart is a language. And the astrologers who understand the language and can translate it into a regular speak from astrobabble can
Mm.
communicate what's going on with the client.
Yeah. Very fascinating. Yeah. It's a fairly complex area, I would say. It's something that you pretty much have to dedicate most of your life to. Correct.
Yes, I love it. And the one thing though that I find in dealing with clients and what you look at just from the natal chart, not even looking at what's happening today, is when you start describing the client using the chart and they go, "Yeah, I know I do that all the time." And it's sometimes it's reassuring for them to know that they're programmed that way. But if it's a negative trait that they're exemplifying, what you can do is help them and coach them on how to use that trait in a much more effective and useful manner. For instance, if someone has a very difficult aspect between Mars and Mercury, you might get someone who's very sarcastic. You might get someone who has an acerbic tongue. However, that's the negative traits of that aspect. However, it's also quick thinking. And so you
Got
can
it.
get the person to work on, using their sharp mind rather than their sharp tongue.
Got it. I also always like to walk the talk, as I say, on our network shows. So I'm wondering if you could demonstrate either astrology or numerology or even tarot on the show right now, and I'm certainly willing to work with you, or maybe some of our viewers would be willing to work with you. Is that something you open to?
Sure thing.
Which one would work the best
Let's do
out of the
astrology
three?
since I have it. I'm opening up the program here.
Oh, okay. So you wanna
Okay.
do me, and then we'll make an announcement that we have another 15, 17 minutes. If anybody else wants to get into any of our chats, we are on 6 different networks. Just go into the chat room and type in what your date of birth and hour